I updated the Wizard to version 0.1.5 and lots of big changes in it. So let's take a look. So if you go to settings, just scroll over to the Bigperm Wizard. Generally, I have the Bigperm Wizard always in settings, or just download the Bigperm Wizard and it'll enter you right into the same section. I'll put the link below for the location of it. My server lately has been getting a lot of hits, so if it takes a little bit longer to load up or download a build or anything like that, that's just because there's a lot of traffic on it. That's something I just can't help. Like, I literally checked this a couple minutes ago and it loaded right away, so people are downloading my builds right now, so that's why it's slow. So as you can see, version 0.1.5. I'm currently on Kronos version 3.0. So in here, what I've done is, now you've got in here, yeah, it's getting pummeled right now for sure. There you go. So I'm on Kodi version 17.6, okay, which is right there. And there's two Layla builds. They're in beta right now. Kronos Light is in beta 1 and beta 2 for Harmony. Harmony is really Equinox, but for Layla, or Leia. And then Kronos Light, I've moved to Leia as well. So there might be a little glitches or something like that, but if you want to try them out, they're right there. Then again, easy way to do it is just to save all your data. And then Kronos 3.0 for Krypton, Epic, and Equinox. Equinox is Kronos and Epic in one build. Okay, so if you want to be able to flip between the builds inside of a skin, then you can do that. Or if you just want the Kronos and don't care to have Epic or that look right there, then you don't need to. So back out of there, maintenance, inside maintenance. I've tweaked this all so you don't really have to do anything, but I have it all auto starting and all that stuff. It'll check daily as opposed to every time you load it up. So everything's in there. You don't need to really do anything in there unless you're an advanced user and you want to do stuff. These two, I have nothing in there right now. Save data, this is where you're going to always go. Okay, so what's changed on this? This Aftermath Wizard, 90% of the people out there are using the first version. I was able to get my hands on a revised version, which is up to date with all your add-ons, or the most current add-ons. The previous versions were had Specto and Salts and all these add-ons and Exodus and all that stuff that's no longer available. So one of the developers of the Wizard updated it, and this is the new update. So in Trapped, as you can see, there's Tracked like there was before, but now there's Asylum, Bone Crusher, Not Sure, Stream Hub, Neptune Rising, Incursion, Placenta, Death Streams, Uranus, Forked, and Chappa, which is Metallic, the new version. So as you can see, it's in there. So this is where you'd save all your data. So when you enter in all your tracked information into all your add-ons, then you're going to come in here and all you need to do is just click Save All Tracked Data, and then anything that is in there is going to save automatically for you, which means you don't need to import them into your whitelist. And then this will just pull it over every time you bring a build, or I update the builds, or you want to change one of my builds, then it'll keep all that information in there for you. Because as you know, with all my builds, I generally use all the same add-ons, tweak them differently for different builds, but yeah, real-debrid. Okay, so now you've got in here URL resolver and resolve URL is both in here as well. So now it's going to keep both informations, both account info for them. Okay, yeah, so see how there's an error? That's because my server's loaded right now. So you just got to keep trying. It'll put you in there. I'm actually glad it didn't go in there because it'll show you my account information. But in there is resolve URL and URL resolver. And when you enter in that information into the build, then come back in here and save all data, and then it'll make sure that it saves it for you. Previously, what you needed to do was go down to Whitelist and edit your whitelist, and then you would add Placenta and StreamHub and all that stuff. Whereas now, you don't need to do that. The only thing you need to save in there is stuff like, well, actually nothing, because all my builds use that same stuff. So here you go. There's only going to be a couple things you need to put in here. Gaia, which the developer's working on getting Gaia in there. Moto replays, I just have it highlighted. You don't really need to do that because there's no account information. And I have Exodus in here because this current build of Chronos has Exodus. I'm going to be swapping out Exodus for either Uranus or maybe Incursion. See how Chappa's not highlighted because you don't need to do that anymore. Neptune Rising you don't need to do. Placenta you don't need to do. Supremacy you actually don't need to do because there's no account information to put in there, but I just highlight it anyways. And yeah, none of that other stuff you don't need to put in. And you'll see in here there's, you don't need to do live resolver. Actually, you know what, I'm going to take out the ones. You got to do Gaia because it's not in that wizard yet. Motor replays you don't need to do. Yahoo Weather, I like to do that because it keeps my locations. See how tracked is now unchecked. URL resolver is unchecked. I keep that TV DB because I have in my account info in there for you guys. Resolve URL, it's not highlighted because it's in the save data. And yeah. So as you can see, it makes this part of it a lot easier. You don't need to go through this and do all that stuff. I'm just going to unclick Supremacy because you don't need to have it. So really, all I have in there right now is Exodus and Gaia and the TVDMB. And the Exodus and Gaia, Exodus is going to disappear because I'm not going to use it anymore. It's not scraping very well, so I'm going to swap it out into version 3.1. And Gaia, when I do the update to 0.1.6 of this wizard, I'll have Gaia inserted in there as well, so you don't need to do that. So just makes it a lot easier for you guys. So now there's only 4 add-ons in that whitelist, and that's going to drop down to 2. And then you don't need to add anything else in there. That's pretty much it. So this is version 0.1.5. When you first, if you don't have it right now, close Kodi down, open Kodi back up, and then it'll greet you with if you want to install this 0.1.5. And once you do that, then you're going to have all the new stuff. Just go into that save data and save all data for all the add-ons that are highlighted green. All right, guys, so that's that. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse on what I'm doing for the new update, 3.1. So in movies, I've added the portal, which is Chapaya or whatever you want to call it, the old metallic. So in here, we'll bring up the with the portal. Okay, so this is what's nice about this is when you enter into it, you have the ability to there we go, to play right from here, Exodus, Gaia, Neptune Rising, and Placenta, and then I'll be adding Uranus in there, or Incursion or something. I'm just going to go through them and find out which one's better for my builds. Okay, so nice little interface. A lot of builders out there are using this. I was shying away from it because it was always glitchy when it was metallic, but it seems to be running pretty good. All the updates have been needed for Gaia and Placenta to play through it, so works good. So that's one thing I've added. I've also added box sets. This is coming through Gaia. These work very well. So any of the box sets that you can think of are pretty much in here. So let's just go to Marvel, because we know Marvel has quite a bit of movies. So if you're in I've been in a Marvel kick lately because I'm going to go watch Black Panther in the movie theater, and I wanted to get caught up. So here's all your Marvel stuff, which is pretty good, and there's even another page for it. So there's your box sets. This is going to be just a minor update, but it's going to at least have a couple of new additions for you. So like Oscar winners and all this type of stuff, I have it going through, right now it's going through Placenta. Okay, there are a couple other ones like this Hulu and Netflix and all this. This is all going through Exodus, so I'm going to change all that for the new update. Kids is going to stay the same. Sports is going to stay the same. There's going to be actually another section in here for sports that I'm going to add. Live TV is going to stay the same. Music's going to stay the same. Your weather, add-ons, there'll be a couple new add-ons in here. Exodus will be leaving. And you can set up your CHAPA here, and your tract, your resolver, Gaia, you need to enter in your tract and your real-debrid, or if you have Premiumize Me. Neptune Rising, tract, Placenta tract, and then this is going to change. And then we're back to here. So then again, Bigperm Wizard, Gaia Wizard, highly recommend that you go through the Gaia Wizard and set it up for your location and your area. I'm also going to put a link down below in the new update to give you an idea on how to set up Gaia properly. Update add-ons. I always update the add-ons. It's going to go through. My wizard's going to find if there's any updates for anything, and then update them for you. So as you can see, then again, my wizard is getting lots of traffic right now. So it's forcing the updates. And so far, nothing. That's about it, guys. You got your speed test and file manager. Everything else is pretty much the same. Okay, if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. But, you know, if I get a lot of guys that are asking me, saying that they're getting errors with the wizard and stuff. The wizard's up and running. It's just the amount of money that I pay for the server, because I don't get paid on any of the stuff that I do for you guys. I'm not willing to spend, you know, $30, $40 a month to get a big server. It still costs me money, but it just doesn't. I don't see the need when we can wait a couple seconds or a couple minutes. All right, guys. If you have any questions, please comment below, and make sure you check that bell to get the notifications, and subscribe. See ya.